Hello, all my makers out there, my kings and queens, princes and princesses. Okay, well, to start, this is my jewelry making channel, and I want to show you all how to make jewelry. We're going to start from the basics first. And so we're going to start, from the basics, from the beginning with just single strands, and we're going to do quite a few single strands first before we go into bigger thing. My thing is to try to post every week or every 2 weeks with a new video showing you all how to do it. So let's get into it. Well, first, I want to show you all my pliers. Okay, these are the long nose pliers, and we use this with making, like when you make earrings and you want to make a loop with the earrings, you use these, but you have to mark it where you make your loop at so your earrings won't be lopsided. So you would have to mark it wherever you make your loop. If you want your loop smaller, a little bigger, so on and so forth. Wherever you make your loop at, you mark it with like a Sharpie marker so you can make the next loop in the same area. These are like, I guess they call it like the fat nose pliers. These are pliers. So when you see pliers that they say like 2-in-1 or 3-in-1, it's usually because they are the pliers. You can use them to make your jewelry, but also they have a cutter. Like this one has a cutter in between here. And I mostly use this to help open up my jump rings, which I'll tell you about later. This one is what you do with this one, but this one here is more advanced because you got right here where you want to curve your loops at. You see those three? I don't know if you can see those three. That's showing you where you want to curve, put your loops at, and then it stay. But right now you don't have to purchase this one. Let's just deal with just the main basics, because we're going to start off with the basics and then we're going to continue on and go into the advanced. These are like called bent nose pliers for like little intricate things you're trying to get in and out of. These are crimplers, and these, when you use your crimp beads, you'll see those. I have some here. They're real small though. I usually use crimp beads a little bigger than this, but see, they're so small. I don't know if you can see it inside these pliers. But that's a crimp bead, but this is a very small crimp bead. I don't know why I bought crimp beads that small, but they good to try to keep out of sight when you're making your jewelry. So this is a crimpler in 3 spots that you do your crimplers. I uses these pliers because they're kind of wide. If I want to squeeze something, get it closed real good. And that's what I do for that. Well, both of these are, I think I want to try 2 different brands from 2 different places. But these, what you call flush cutters, I think these are a little longer. These red ones are a little longer at the tip than these green ones. Now, what flush cutters are, you use these when you're making wire jewelry, which we'll get into that much later. Right now, we're going to do beginning, starting from the beginning. Beginning and keep going. So, yeah, you take it and you cut the memory wire with these flush cutters, to make, when you're making jewelry with wires. So that's what these 2 are. So the thing is to just use what you have. And to start off, don't go out and buy, I've had these tools for years. All of these tools I've had for years. I need some new tools, but I've had these for years. Some of them I've had a little less, but I've had them all for years. And I really had these for years. And when I say some years, I had them for years. But I've had them all for some years now. So don't run out and buy a whole big thing of tools and things like that. Because today, the only tool we're going to use today is this one and this one. We're going to use these two today. So you can see how they look. So these are two we're going to use today. I saw some like this one time at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them, but it was a different color. It was like I think the baseball was blue or something. But yeah, I saw, uh, I saw it. This at like Dollar Tree. It was something like this. But yeah, these are two we're gonna use today. I want to get on with making a jewelry and stop talking so much. So that's what this is. So just work with what you have, and if you gonna go out and get some, just get these two first, and just work with these. These two will take you a long way. Just work with these two first. Don't go out spending a whole lot of money. And I even got these jump rings right here. These was called findings. So I even got these jump rings from the dollar store. They didn't used to sell these. Don't go out like I did and buy a lot of beads and findings and stuff that was kind of expensive. But at that time, they didn't have these at the Dollar Tree. See, so now the Dollar Tree just have just about everything. So now I wouldn't give this as a gift to anyone. Well, you probably could give it maybe, but I wouldn't sell it. I definitely wouldn't sell it. I probably wouldn't give it either, but I definitely wouldn't sell this because I really got these jump rings to help with my other crafting that I do on the other channel. So, but I just basically got it just for showing you how to make jewelry. That's what I basically got it for. And I even got these lobster clasps. This is your closure at the end of bracelet, necklace, what have you. So this, I also got this from the Dollar Tree. It's called lobster. This is your clasp. It's called a lobster clasp. But it's different types of clasp, which you'll see I'll be using different ones in the videos. So yeah, I got these from the Dollar Tree. So I would, and then I showed you you had to see if, I hope you can see it down here. This here. These are, let me see if I can put it more in the light. If you can see. You see these? Can you see those silver things right there? Those are called crimp beads. Yeah, I put them together, you can see them a little better. Those are called crimp beads right there. You see that? These are crimp beads. They are very small, and you'll see why they're so small. But you can get some a little bigger than this. These are like 2 millimeters, but you can get some that's 4 and bigger. Okay, so let's get started. And these are the beads we're going to use. So we're going to get started now. What we're going to do is just a single strand. We're going to make a bracelet. And pretty much the bracelet is the same as you making the necklace. So we're going to make a bracelet. I'm taking the beads off now. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm going to show you how, just with simple stringing, just a simple single stringing, how you can make a beautiful looking bracelet or necklace. Just simple stringing. Okay. And also they even have beads at the Dollar Tree as well. I didn't buy any beads, but I'm just saying that just for you to, if you're just getting started learning how to make jewelry, so when you can just get quite a few of these things from the Dollar Tree just to start you out. And then when you start getting advanced, then that's when you start buying more more better quality beads and get more tools and better quality findings. And again, findings I like the jump rings, the crimp beads, your clasps, things like that. And another thing, a good thing to have, this is like a piece of felt. Have something like a piece of velour or felt that you can put your beads and stuff on top of so they won't roll around everywhere. And also, this is another good thing. This comes from Dollar Tree. You could put the beads and things like this here. I got my crimp beads in there because I don't want them to fall everywhere and fall out. So I set those in there. So this is another thing you could just use. So it's little simple things that you can do, you know, that's not very expensive. Okay. And this. Okay, we talked about the velour. And this is, I am going to show you beading wider as well as we go. But right now I'm just showing you this thin string. This is what we're using to string the beads on. I might double it, but this is pretty strong. This is like 10 pounds, I believe. But what this really is like fishing line that you get from like Walmart or somewhere. So again, like I said, and I don't know if the Dollar Tree had any list, but it's called, what this called is, I don't even want to try to pronounce the name, but I'll spell it for you. But it's Monofilament. But I'll also put it in the description box. But this is what this is called. This type of string. So, but mine is really the fishing line. So we're gonna get started with this. So I'm trying not to talk so much, but I'm trying to make sure I tell you everything. Just open up these. All we need is one clasp. All we need is one, because and set those in there. And we're going to need 2 jump rings because we're going to put those on the end of the clasp. Okay, I'm going to get my tools out of the way as well. I don't want them to be a distraction. And we're using 2 jump rings. Okay. And we're going to move these tools out the way. I just wanted to show you the different, and it's even more types of tools now. It's all types of tools, so don't think you need every tool that's out there. Okay, how are we going to start? What we're going to do is we measure. Okay. I thought I had my measuring tape. So what you would do, you would get a measuring tape and you would measure the sides of how you want your bead. But I thought I had my measuring tape out. I don't know where I set my measuring tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my board. And these are nice too to have if you can find you one. This is a beading board that you put your beads in, and you measure, how long you want your necklace or bracelet and so on and so forth. So that's what this is. So you put it along here, like for bracelets and longer necklaces, you want to put it, around up here. So that's what I'm going to use this for. I'm going to measure this on this board. Next time, I hope I have my measuring tape. I thought I had it. Sometimes you want to do things and you're kind of excited about it. But this is my passion. I really like making jewelry. And I like doing my other crafts and things as well, So I really like making jewelry. Now, once you measure, or if you already know the size, once you measure, you have to you have to see, once you measure, what you do is you take your arm, you see my arm, and you come up. So I got it that, oh, see if you can see. I got it like coming up to my shoulder, and you do like maybe two of these. It's because you want to have enough room. You want to have enough room. You do maybe like two of these because you're just doing a single strand. So two of these should work with a single strand because you might want to double it. When I say double it, I mean, I'll show you in a minute. When I say double it, I mean putting it, doing it like this here. Put it together and put your beads on both like this. When I say double it, see, and keep it together like that. Which I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna double it like this. Now, what I wanted to show you, how you start. Now you could just start beading and then put your end piece on and close it up. But what if you made a mistake and it's something that you didn't want to do? Then you have to cut it off and take everything back off and do it all over. So what I suggest is that, since I already did that bead over there, what I suggest is that what you do is or what you do, well, first let me show you this one. Either you put a stopper bead. I'm just going to show you with this one for an example. Oh, there's one already on here. I could just do this one. You could use this as a stopper bead. What you do is you pull it all the way to the bottom like this, and you come back through it, and you tie it. And you come back through it, and you tie it like that. And then you string your beads on. Or, which I think is, I like the best. But a lot of people like to do the stopper bead. But either way is fine. Or you take your wire like this, and you take the tape, wait, oh. Hey. Take the tape and tape one end down like this. So you take the tape, you take one end down like that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Look like I'm in a dark spot. Hold on. Move it over to that spot. I usually use Scotch tape for this. Oh, yeah, there's Scotch tape. Here we go. There we go, right here. Take the tape and tape one end down. Right here. Now, you see, I taped that one end down. Yeah, you see that? Could you see? Yeah, can you see that bead where I tape one end down? Okay. I think you can see it. All right. Okay, now we're gonna start beading now. So what I'm gonna do is, and this is gonna look nice, just a simple beading. So we put that on, and then I want to do two with this one. Make the design however you like the bracelet. And then I always kind of check. Yeah, once I get so far, I always check to see how long it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Once I get so far. Okay. Let's keep on. Let's keep beading. Okay, now I cut that loop in half because I believe it'll fit better through the crimp bead. So now what we do is we get the crimp bead, put the crimp bead on. I usually do mine, especially when this small. I just put the wire on top of it to get it in there. Okay, there the crimp bead. It's in there. Oh, it's so small. And okay, that's the crimp bead on there. And then you get wait first. Let's leave the crimp bead on there. I want to put the jump ring. I want to put the jump ring on the clasp. But I don't need the jump ring. I don't need this one on the clasp. But if you want to make it longer, and you don't put enough beads, you want to make it longer, put the jump ring on the clasp. But I don't need the jump ring on the clasp. All I had to do was put the clasp right here. So I got put it right here. I got the clasp facing this way because I believe it's easier to put it on your wrist. And I'm just sticking the wire inside this clasp right here. Then I'm going to pull it up. Okay. It is quite, only went one. See, if you just do a single string, it would have been in there, but a single strand, it would have went in. But I'm doing the double. Okay, there it is. And that's how you do that. Now you see, I just put it in, I pulled it out. Now, you see the wire, I put it in, I pulled it out. I did the crimp bead first, then the clasp. Then I pulled it through, and what I do, I come and I fold over the clasp, okay? Because you can't hardly see it when I'm doing it with my hand, but I'm folding over the clasp, and I'm going, and see? And I'm going back through the crimp bead with this wire. Come back, crimp bead. I'm going back through, see? I'm going back through the crimp bead with this wire. See this? This is some of the felt hair. And I want to show you so you see. Now you see that I went back through the crimp bead with this wire. See this? See if you can see it. I went back through the crimp bead. I folded over the clasp and came back through the crimp bead that's already on here. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull it. Watch as I pull it. It's tightening. See? As I'm pulling, it's tightening. I want to make sure you can see it. See, it's tightening as I pull. See that? See how that tighten when I pull? Okay. Now hold it tight. Hold it tight. Not super, super duper tight because you don't want your clasp be all crazy. But hold it tight up like this. So the object is to try to have less wire showing. You don't want any wire showing. So very, very minimum wire showing. Now, and the pliers, these wide pliers right here, I take those and I squeeze the crimp bead. See that? So I squeeze the crimp bead close, real tight. Now you see the crimp bead it's not falling. Look, you see that it's not falling. It's on there. It's good. It's not coming down or nothing. Now, what I do sometimes, because sometimes crimp beads can be loose, even once you squeeze them real good, real close. I didn't do it on this video, but sometimes before I close the crimp bead, once I go over the clasp and put the wire through the crimp bead, what I do, I get a little glue, but you need the thin nozzle glue, like super glue or crazy glue, but you need one that got the thin nozzle to it. And I was put just a dab inside the crimp bead. It's gonna get on the wire a little bit, and it's gonna go in the crimp bead, and then I will squeeze it closed, and then it will stay for certain. So yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I do that sometimes with glue. Okay, so we got our clasp on. So now we're going to the other end. Watch it. Don't make sure you take your time. Patience. When you're doing stuff like this, you have to have patience. So we're gonna push it all the way down. See what I just did? I pushed it all the way down to this clasp right here. And you make sure it's pushed all the way down. Okay, and hold that tight. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna again get a crimp bead. Because it's so small, I'm just taking my wire and picking it up with the wire. And then I'll put the second wire on there. Yeah, if both wires don't go through, I'll put the second one on. I'm sticking the second in. Because again, I doubled my wire instead of making a single. Okay. Now that's my crimp bead. Now, to close it up, I take I'm taking the jump ring and just stick the wire through the jump ring. See, just stick the wire through the jump ring. And then again, I fold over the jump ring. I fold over the jump ring, and I'm gonna go. Come on, Crimp bead. I got it. All right, it's in there. Okay, it's coming through, coming back through the crimp bead. And the same thing with this. Sometimes I'll use a little glue before I close it, but I'm not doing it today. So we're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull the crimp bead all the way up to the jump ring. See that? And tighten it. And tighten it. And okay, you see that? And we tighten it right there. See that? I pulled it all the way up. Now, before I squeeze this one, and this is another step that I usually do, but I didn't do it on the clasp. I forgot. Is I take it, because I already got two. I take it and I make two ties on it. See that? Squeeze it real tight. Just tie it like that. That also helps secure. So I tie it like that, one or two ties. And then another thing, what I do, that's why I just doubled it today instead of doing that. Another thing, before putting your ends on, if you do like a single one, even if you double it up, and if you feel like you want to make even extra security, what you would do is before you put your ends on, you don't put your ends on, you would come back and you would take your wire and you would string back through the wires. And you would string through a couple of paces, stop, and tie it. And then come on back through, But that's something when you're doing a different type of stringing. And we'll get into that later. I don't even know why I told you that right now. But yeah. So we got it tight. Oh, what am I doing, guys? Sorry about that. I'm telling you about the other string and I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. Let me take this loose real quick. I'm glad I didn't close it. Duh. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay, here we go. Now, here we go. Sorry about that. That took just a little bit longer than what it should have. Okay, let's get another crimp bead. Put it on here. You already know, in the jump ring, this is to close up the clasp. This is part of your clasp. Fold over. Yeah, still you fold over. Stick the wire into the jump ring. To the crimp bead. Come on, come on, come on. That would have been much easier the first time. There we go. I got it. Okay. Now, why did I? Okay. It's over now. I did it. Now you take it and you pull. You keep pulling down. See, bring it down some, and you keep pulling down all the way till you get down to here. See how I'm doing this? You pull it all the way down. Pull it all the way down till you get down. No, you don't. Yeah. There we go. Now you see how I did that? So this is what I made the mistake. You saw all that wire is left. We don't. Okay. You pull it all the way down and pull until you get all the way down to here, right there, and then you can still tie it right here. See this? Before I close the crimp bead. There we go. And tie it in there real good. And on the other side real good. There we go. There. And this clasp is your end piece for the, and this was what I was saying, that you could do it for this too, and any other pieces that I make. Even if you tie it right here, you lift it up, get that little hole exposed, not too hard, not too hard, lift it up a little bit, get that little hole exposed, and you can. Now some beads, the hole is not big enough and you can't go back through them. But some of them, they're big enough you could go back through, which I think this is. This one might not be because remember I get my hands is doubled. Okay. And see, you want to, when you make it, especially even for your own self, because you're worth it, you deserve it. When you make it, you want it to be right and you want it to be sturdy. So see what I just did? It came through, and you just string it on through that. It's coming through. Let me see where it's at. I don't know if it's at the second one. But it takes a little time, so I'm just showing it to you what to do if you want to string it up, and if you want to go through it again to make it more secure, to so it won't break. But like I said, this here wire is like 10 pounds. Where the string? So yeah. So I'm not going to string it all the way through. But I just showed you an idea that you could do that if you want. And then if I feel like it later, I'll go back through and string it through. But I want to just show you. Now, where are my pliers? Now with the crimp bead, here we go. Squeeze very tight. Squeeze on that tight. We don't want to go nowhere. There we go. See, it's done. See that? It's done. It ain't going nowhere. And then you just trim off. You just trim off the wires on each end as close to. You have to try to get as close to it as possible. I usually do it one by. Sometimes I do both together, but I do usually do it one by one because I want to get it as close as possible. Because the object is not to show wire, so you don't want to show very, very, very little wire. See, there we go. I'm gonna keep this on because I was gonna cut this piece off, but I'm gonna keep it on because I might go back through. I don't want to take that time showing you all going back through because it takes a little time because you got to go through each one and you got to pull it through, go through. Sometimes it go through one or more, and then you pull it through. Then you got to, and you go all the way. What I would do, I would come through to maybe like in the middle, and then I would tie it, and then come on back through and come on up, and then maybe right here something up in through here somewhere, and tie it again, and come on through, and then cut the wire off. And you better believe that the bracelet will last a while. It will. I've made plenty of jewelry, and I've made plenty of jewelry. I'm sorry, I saw something pop up. I was trying to read it. I made plenty of jewelry, and I've got jewelry that I made when my grandbaby was, let me see, she was maybe 2 or so. But yeah, I got some when one of my grandbabies, when she was like 2, and she's like 14 now, and I still have it because when I started off teaching myself how to make jewelry. So, but yeah, this is it, and you can see with the clasp on it. It ain't quite all the way fit my wrist. I made it a little bit smaller because I was thinking about probably get it to my sister because she loves jewelry. I don't wear jewelry that much, but I love to make it. It's odd, huh? But I might give it to my sister. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna keep this wire on, because I want to go back through it. But yeah, this is it. Nice to show this in, and then I put the clasp on it, and let's open it up. See how it looks. Lay it out open. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Nice piece. All right. Okay, thank you all for taking time out with me to learn how to make jewelry again. We starting off with simple single strands, and we're going to do that for a little while, and then we're just going to keep going and going to different ones and things like that. I'm even in some parts as we go along show you how to make wire jewelry, how you do the wire, the memory wire and stuff. So that's the plan, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like. And until next time, be blessed and be safe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.